What's going on, guys? I do not want to talk about this right now, but it's what it is, and it needs to be exposed, and it's a huge problem within the Jehovah's Witness organization, and it needs to be addressed. And it's one of the main things that drove me away from the organization, and I need to voice out on it. Kind of hits home a little bit. Just because I have an aunt, I have a brother, and I have a sister, and my little 5-year-old nephew, who I consider my closest family. I've been with them for the past year in this cult, and we've all been led to believe that we were in the truth, and I'm the only one that broke away and found the actual truth. They're stuck in it, and it is what it is, and I gotta expose it for everybody else to see. And it sucks that they're stuck in this. I can only do what I can do, man. I just want to put this out there for everybody, and if I can help somebody that's in the same situation, I really pray that I can do that for you. And so let's just talk about the huge problem within the Jehovah's Witnesses, that is the pedophilia and the child molestation and the sexual assault. All that factors in, okay? Big factor here. These people claim that they're, the Catholics are so bad. Look at what they've done. What are you doing to help that situation? What are you doing to prevent these situations from happening? That really, they're doing a lot worse than the Catholics. I'll tell you that. They have a whole rule backing why they are the paradise for pedophiles, as some people would say, which is very bold as a statement. That a lot of ex-Jehovah's Witnesses say that they're the paradise of pedophiles, and that is like a sickening title for somebody. I'll come out right now. I'll just let you lay it on the line right now. The Jehovah's Witnesses have a rule called the two-witness rule. Okay? The two-witness rule is, give or take, in any situation, if your son or your daughter goes to a meeting with you, they come back at the end and say, hey, this brother or this elder or this whatever touched me this way, I thought that was weird. You're gonna believe your kid foremost before anything. You don't even care. You're thinking about your kid. Why would my kid say these things? Okay. It's pretty much void and irrelevant to the organization, because if there isn't a second witness, the two-witness rule, if there isn't a second witness to see these types of things go on with your child or even you, it's void. It's completely irrelevant, and the organization will not recognize it. I've seen the scripture they pull it from. It's a weird thing that they pull it from. In the Old Testament, there's a scripture saying, I forget what it is now, but because I just don't care, because it's so irrelevant, honestly. It's in the Old Testament, and they believe in this two-witness rule, but we aren't in the Old Testament anymore. We're in the New Testament. So we don't have to live by those rules anymore. Just as sacrificing things all the time. We don't have to sacrifice animals anymore. We don't have to do those types of things in the Old Testament. But they really, truly believe in these things, and they're living and dying by this rule. This two-witness rule. And basically, if your kid goes and says, this person touches me, blah, 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 you're obviously going to believe your kid, obviously. First and foremost, doesn't matter, because there isn't a second witness to witness it, and obviously this person isn't going to touch your kid in front of somebody. He's going to do it in secrecy, right? Obviously, because they're sick people. This is going to happen. If there isn't another person there, it's void. It doesn't matter. They're going to leave it in Jehovah's hands. That's what they do. That's what they're going to say to you. It's exactly what they're going to say to you. Well, there isn't anybody else there to see it, so it's in Jehovah's hands. We're living in the year 2017, and if we're really living by these standards, really, we've only let Satan get the best of us. I mean, you just can't live like that. I mean, come on. I got a whole disgusting list. I don't even want to do this. But it is what it is. It's the truth, and I have to tell you, and I have to be out there with it, and it is what it is. Alright, number one, if even several accusations towards one person, elders will literally do nothing at all. They will do nothing at all. Even if several accusations to the congregation is towards one person, it doesn't matter. It's void. It doesn't matter. Unless you have a second witness, it's void. It doesn't matter. You can have multiple witnesses on the same person. If there's no second witness, it's void. It doesn't matter. Number two, elders tell victims to keep the names private, and that's just what they believe in, to keep all the names private within the organization. They don't let it out there because the Jehovah's Witnesses want to keep a clean name. They don't contact police. They don't contact anybody. They have to keep it within the organization to keep a clean name. Even if one or more victims of the same person is accused, it is void without proof. I already went over that. Everything is left in Jehovah's hands, okay? I got number 6 here. Deuteronomy 22:25 through 27. And there's a man who rapes a woman in the field. And if you look through the scriptures, you'll see that no one heard this woman. But God even said that, this man should die alone and nothing should happen to that woman. But that woman, in reality, in the Jehovah's Witnesses, if she brings up this man's name or tries to convict this person without 2 witnesses, she's going to be shunned by her family, by her friends in the organization, by everybody, all the elders, everybody, because she's slandering without proof from a second witness that she was raped. And that is not what's in the scriptures. That man should die alone. And nothing should happen to that woman. That is not what's in the scriptures, and that is not what's true to the Bible, is what they live by. Okay? If accused person won't show for a meeting, or the accuser won't show for a meeting, because God forbid, the guy's just like, oh, well, that wasn't me. I didn't do that. You know what the elders are going to do? They're going to say, well, it is what it is. We'll leave it in Jehovah's hands. And that's just how it is. That's just how they live. Elders look at sexual abuse and child abuse as a sin and not a crime. That's why they don't call the police. They don't do anything of the sort. Even serial offenders that have touched numerous people, they can actually come back as elders. They can actually come knocking on your door, dude, and you don't even know it. You don't even know it. Serial offenders that touch numerous boys and girls can be brought back into the organization and come knocking on your door, and you won't even know it. Disgusting. What else do I got here? Candace Conti. $7 million this woman got through the Watchtower Society as a settlement for her sexual abuse. Look up Candace Conti. And also look up Jose Lopez. He came down with $13.5 million. It's disgusting. I don't even want to talk about it. If you look up the Australian Royal Commission, 1,006 cases of child pedophilia, sexual abuse was never reported. It was never reported to the police. You know why? Because they keep it within the organization and they don't want to ruin their name. Look up the Australia Royal Commission. I swear to you, you will see the truth. You will see the proof. Stay away from these people. It's disgusting. It is disgusting, and you need to beware of these people and their deceit and their corruption. Please, may God be with you. Stay away from this group of people and do your research. jwfacts.com. Look it up. don't come into their world, okay? May God be with you. I love you.